Hey everyone, my name is Jill and this is my first attempt at a YouTube video, but I figure this is as good a reason as any. I am currently one day post-op from an L4-5 microdiscectomy, so if you're watching, I'm assuming it's not just for fun, but you're probably in a lot of pain, and I get it. I've dealt with this for, it was 2 years last January and it's mid-May, so almost 2.5 years. And I decided to make this video because, excuse me, while there's not a lot of recovery videos out there for the L4-5 microdiscectomy, what is out there, at least the couple good series that I've seen, one guy is a reservist and was in really good shape going in, and another young girl about my age, I'm 25, was a pretty serious athlete, I think. Excuse me. I was intubated yesterday, so I'm a little sore, froggy throat today. Anyhow, so she was a pretty decent athlete, and then I think there was one gal whose a lot of her pain came from the fact that she was very chesty, and none of those things really apply to me. Not that I don't exercise, because I do, and I've done all the conservative treatments, including a lot of physical therapy, and I do go to the gym regularly. But that being said, I just graduated from law school 2 days before surgery, so if that gives you any indication as to my semi-sedentary lifestyle, you're probably guessing correctly. And even though I was in the gym probably 4 days a week outside of finals, I was never, for the past couple years, able to exercise as hard as I would like to, because my back and the referred pain down my legs was so significant. I can't really pinpoint any particular injury. I started seeing a sports medicine doctor probably about 2 years ago, right when I finished my first year of law school, because of shin pain. I thought I just had chronic, shin splints, which I now believe to be actually referred pain from my back, but my back wasn't symptomatic at that point. And I went to physical therapy for a while, and when I was doing well in physical therapy, they said, okay, you can go ahead and go back to your yoga. I went back to yoga and herniated 2 discs, which was excruciatingly painful. But like I said, I think there was already something wrong in my back. It just wasn't symptomatic at that point yet. So anyways, I did that. Great times. And it's just kind of all been downhill from there. I did more and more physical therapy. I switched physical therapy offices. I did chiropractic. Don't do it. I did acupuncture. I even went to a physio, I don't know, some kind of weird guy where he put his hands under my back to direct the flow of my energy. I was getting desperate at that point. Can't say that did anything for me. And, excuse me. Sorry, hot tea. For about, I'd say, just over a year and change, I've been going to a orthopedic back specialist, and got the MRIs, got, I think it's called EMG, where they stab you in the legs to see where the pain is coming from. Got another MRI. I got it's called a SPECT scan. It's like S-P-E-C-T. It's a bone scan to see if it was, if the bones in my low back were, becoming compromised, because at that point the bone gets angry and makes more bone, which would be a sign that this was a bone as opposed to nerve problem, and it wasn't. All this took a really long time, and doctors, we're trying to be really slow with my treatment because I am so young. Like I said, I'm only 25, and who really wants back surgery at that age, who wants back surgery at all. It sucks. But I finally got to the point where I was like begging for it. It was so bad. I couldn't sleep, could hardly exercise. Sitting and reading to study is probably one of the worst things I could do for myself, but it had to be done. I went so far as to ask for pain meds to help me to sleep, which is not at all like me. I'm very abstemious by nature. I don't drink or smoke or do drugs, or I try to avoid taking Advil for a headache if I can, but it just got really bad. And so finally I just had surgery, 2 days after I graduated. Surgery took about an hour and a half, or no, hour and 15 minutes, and I was knocked out for the whole thing, intubated like I said, and I woke up in like the pre-op or the recovery area, and the last thing I remembered was being in the pre-op area, so I don't remember being shuffled down the hall or anything. And I was crying like a baby, like a big stupid baby. So if any of you are thinking of having the surgery, propofol, that stuff that Michael Jackson really overdid it on, great anesthesia medication, but it makes a lot of people really weepy. Like, I was expecting I'd wake up and maybe be nauseous or be really, really hard to wake up. I wasn't super groggy. I mean, I was tired, but I felt like I could come out of it, but I was just crying like an idiot. And the woman across the curtain from me was doing the same thing, so apparently it's not just me. I think I was out of surgery by about 11. My husband got to come back to see me by about, I think, 12:30 or so. And I left around 3. It was outpatient, very minimally invasive, as they say, although it feels like I was invaded pretty bad. I'm in quite a lot of pain. But basically, I'm under instructions, no bending, lifting, twisting, for about 4 weeks, and then I'll start physical therapy again. Doctors encouraging walking after surgery, which I've been doing. The parts that are really hard are sitting and laying down. Like, I found positions where those things don't hurt so bad, but getting to the point of sitting and getting to the point of laying down, that sucks. Clearing my throat like I just did, that hurts. But like I said, from being extubated and stuff, or intubated, extubated, I have a sore throat and I want to cough, but that actually hurts pretty bad, so I'm trying to avoid that. I am on hydrocodone and a muscle relaxer, and 1 aspirin, not Advil, not Tylenol, not any name brand, but like a Bayer aspirin, as a blood thinning agent. That's once a day. The hydrocodone and the muscle relaxer is supposed to be once every 6 hours, but the nurse told me if I need it every 4 or 5 hours, that's fine for the first few days. I would recommend really listening to your body about that pain, because like she explained to me, those pain meds are pretty good at helping to manage moderate levels of pain. But if you start to feel like, oh, I'm doing pretty good here, I can make it for 7-8 hours without a pain pill, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. And the pain meds aren't designed to bring down really intense pain. Like I said, it's good for managing and trying to keep your pain at a constant lower level. Oh, son of a bee. Sorry. So I've been taking mine every 5 hours. I plan to do that through tomorrow, and then kind of gradually taper off. I have like 10 days worth, I think. So yeah, my plan is to try to make one of these every, I don't know, every few days. Like, this is day 1 after surgery. First full day. I was home yesterday for a while. Maybe like day 5, day 10, whatever. And I mean, anybody who is looking down the barrel of this surgery, I hope you get something out of this, especially those of us who aren't reservists and athletes, and you know, it's kind of sounds like a harsh indictment of myself, like, watch this if you're fat like me. Like, I'm not. I mean, I have a good 25 pounds, thank you, law school, but I just feel like people who are in extremely good shape going into this are probably going to have a bit of a different recovery than those of us who are in moderate shape or could stand to lose a little bit here and there. So yeah, I know that the whole idea of this is really scary. I was kind of fortunate in that by the time that I got to the point where I was desperate for this surgery, they scheduled it right away, and they scheduled it like, I want to say like April 24th or something, and my surgery was May 13th, so I didn't have a long time to freak out about it, and I was also wrapping up law school, finishing up some cases, and focusing on graduation and family coming up and all this stuff. So really, I graduated Saturday and I had Sunday to freak out about it, and and I did. Sunday was not my best day. I know it's scary, but I mean, at this point, I'd like to say it's all worth it, and you'll feel so much better. But I think maybe that's hopefully like a day 5, fingers crossed, day 10 video statement. I'm not there yet. It hurts quite a lot. Make sure you have someone with you who can take care of you. Have pre-prepared foods around the house. Have plenty of fresh cut fruit. Stock up on some Gatorade. They told me to like push fluids pretty heavy with electrolytes. They're going to tell you to get a stool softener, pick up some Metamucil or, I don't know, something. Have some hot tea with honey around if you're, you know, prone to getting a sore throat after being intubated like I was. Yeah, hang in there. It sucks. I know it sucks. The pain and the surgery kind of suck, but if you've exhausted all your conservative treatment options, I think this is probably a really good decision. I'm hopeful that it is. It has been for a lot of people, but the reality for me was this was just the end of the road. I didn't really have a next option, so I will keep you all updated with how I'm feeling, and hopefully it's better than today. So thanks for tuning in to my stupidly long video, and I will see you all in a few days.